Hi, you guys. Okay, so I've had a very long and crappy morning. And I'm going to talk to you about it a little bit. So, I've been dealing with doctors today. Um, so, if you didn't know, my youngest son was born with ectrodactyly, which means he has no middle fingers, and where his middle finger would be, he has a cleft in his hand, and it's a very pronounced ectrodactyly because it goes all the way to his wrist. So, like, that whole finger bone is gone, and then there's this V in his hand. So, like, this is all gone all the way down. And, I've been trying to, for a while, like, talk to a specialist about it. His doctor is great. Devlin's doctor is wonderful. I love her. But the specialist she sent me to when he was younger was crap. First of all, like 5 different doctors came through. And I get that ectrodactyly is rare, but don't act like you've never seen it. And if you haven't seen it, I don't want my child to be the first one that you, like, perform a hand surgery on. So, but all they kept talking about was how children are mean and, we want to give him normal looking hands. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong. Like there's nothing really wrong with his hands. Like, he looks, he's perfect to me. So, but I don't know. She just kept going on about, like, looks. And then, like, his right hand, he has syndactyly of the thumb and the pointer finger, and then no middle finger, so he's got the cleft in that hand. But she kept talking about going in blind, and if it shared a major blood vessel, that she would just cut off the finger to save the thumb. And I'm like, no, like, you're not going to leave him with less than what he has, you're not going to go in and, especially since he has pretty good functionality in his hands already. Some things are hard, obviously, for him to do. He uses his left hand to pick up little things because his right one just can't. And I know things like tying shoes will be hard. And sometimes he has problems like turning paper pages on, like, books. Like, he can do board books, but, like, paper ones he has more trouble with. But he's, like, finding ways around that as he gets older. And so, we're trying Dell Childrens. Maybe. I made a call, and, like, I've gone in circles all morning dealing with Dell Childrens, and still I don't have an appointment. They're going to call me back and make one because they had no clue what I was talking about at first. They did find the order that my doctor put through, but they had no idea what I was talking about. And then they were like, oh, well, we'll have somebody call you. Because, like I said, I get that it's rare. It's not something that's like a common occurrence in children. But I want somebody who, first of all, deals with children. Little fingers, little bones. The first specialist, it was like all adults in the waiting room. And then here he is, this little baby. And then, so I'm hoping at least, it says children. So I'm hoping that they deal with little kids and that they know what they're doing. Like, this is something they've seen before. Because, like I said, I know it's rare, but it's not that rare. Like, the kids have it. So I'm trying to make doctor's appointments, and it's driving me insane. It was like 3 hours I spent going in circles, talking to medical cards, and, like, getting around it. And not only does he need the ectrodactyly surgery and syndactyly, like I said, the syndactyly of the hand on his right hand. They want to look at his left foot because he's kind of got this weird thing going on with his foot, his left foot. The syndactyly of the toes, they're going to leave that alone. Like, his toes look fine. It just looks like he has 3 large toes. But there's, like, a bone, kind of looks like, that's coming out at a weird angle on him. And so they're going to look at that too. And then he also needs a hernia surgery, what's called an umbilical hernia surgery. He was born with it, but the doctor wanted to see if they could do the surgeries together, and Dell was like, we don't do those. So I'm like, okay, because they wanted to, like, coordinate those surgeries. So, I don't know. I'm waiting for a call back now. So we'll see what happens, what they say. I mean, obviously he's not gonna, he's not gonna be happy. And he can't, he is 2 years old now. He turned 2 on, well, there's no February 29th. He's a leap year baby. He's a little leapling. But, so we celebrated March 1st. So he's, what is he? 26 months, I guess, is how you would say it. I say he's 2 years old. He just turned 2. But he doesn't talk. So it's hard to ask him if things hurt. I mean, like, he's nonverbal. And that's the other thing. Because he started talking a little bit. Like, I was so excited. He finally said a sentence. He said, "I did it." Well, actually, he said, "I did it. I did it." But he got excited. He's like, "I did it." And then he's clapping his hands. He's like, "Yay!" So I'm like, "Oh, yay!" But, he normally doesn't talk. So how do you get a little guy to tell you if their hands hurt or if they're in pain other than screaming? But sometimes he screams to just get your attention, to bring you to what he wants. And I don't know. I worry about a lot of stuff. I have anxiety over this. And then that's the other thing too, is I have issues dealing with, like I can handle horror movies, I can handle blood, I could handle my brother, he didn't accidentally, he punched a window. They were playing, but it was, he broke a window, and his sliced off, like, the outer part of his thumb, half of it. And it was really freaky and bloody, and we took him to the hospital. That was fine. But when it comes to, like, blood or pain for my children, like, I lose it. I can't handle it. And so I need to coordinate things with my mom, because I need my mom to be there. Because when they start talking about, like, changing bandages and cleaning his hands and stuff like that after the surgeries, that's kind of her domain. She knows I can't handle that. So, hi, kitty. So, yeah, so, where's the kitty tail? The cat's right here next to me. So, yeah, so that is what I've been dealing with. And it's annoying. It is annoying. And I know I'm rambling, but I'm nervous, I'm a nervous mom. And I heard the surgery for both hands, since it's both hands that they're going to do at the same time, is like 13, 14 hours. And then they keep them overnight just in case anything should happen. There's a bad reaction or something. They keep them overnight just to be sure that they're okay. And then they send them home. And it's like, just so nervous. So I want to get it done. Get it done, get it over with. But I'm only willing to get it done if you tell me you can improve the functionality of his hands. Don't just talk to me about looks, because I think he looks perfect. And yes, kids can be mean, but when they're young enough and they start out, like, we have a little town, and you start them out early with, hey, this is his hands and this is how it is, and this is what it's from, and that's it. And they're like, oh, okay, because, like, he has no issues. Kids at the park love him. They ask, and they're like, oh, poor guy, no finger, no middle finger. But then they get over it, especially when they see him run off and try and climb up on things with his hands. So then they just want to play with him. He's just this cute little 2-year-old they want to play with. So, yes, while kids can be mean, when you start them early, kids can be understanding. And if he starts out early, with kid groups and stuff like that, I am not worried about looks. So, especially, like I said, very little town I live in. Though we are getting bigger, we're getting a Taco Bell. Taco Bell. We went from Doctors to Taco Bell, y'all. Yep. We moved on up in the world and in my town. So, really excited about that. Not really. I love El Rancho, which is, like, right by my house. So, yep, it's 5 minutes. It's within 5 minutes. So, we love our foods. But, yeah. So, who am I kidding? 5 minutes. I could waddle and it would take 30 seconds. But, yeah. So, So I've been dealing with doctors is the point of this video, and it's driving me insane. So I hear him fussing though, so I'm gonna have to go rescue him. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.